right, welcome to Fin TV. Thank you for joining me, everybody. I do appreciate it. We don't got too much news today. It's a quiet day. We have 5 stories, 5 quick ones, and you'll notice how they kind of go downhill. The stories are going to plummet in quality sharply. But without any further ado, let's get it started. We got 5 stories for everybody. And before I forget, don't forget that if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, you have Twitch Prime, you have Twitch Prime. And if you have Twitch Prime, give me your, or if you have Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime subscription and give it to me. I need it. Lord knows I need it. I'm a one-man business. Give it to me. And we got some chats in coming already. Ligma, I'm happy you're gonna talk to your GF. Scott is hoping for some GTA news, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to let you down. GTA is not in the news today. Did I make this shitty song myself? No, someone else did, and I'm copying them. Been waiting all day for this, man, says Throwaway. Me too, buddy, me too. And this is gonna be a quick one. We're gonna get it over with real quick. And we got Shmizis up in here. She is back, benches. All right, y'all, let's get it started. We got 5 stories for you today, 5 gaming stories. One of them isn't really gaming, but whatever. Like I said, it's a slow, quiet day. The stories are starting up here and they're gonna plummet in quality. But I'm glad you guys are here for the ride. So here we go. Without any further ado, we got story number 1. We got Eldenring Nightreign in the news. We got Vicky Blake over at gamesindustry.biz. Eldenring Nightreign tops May 2025 US sales, but Monster Hunter Wilds remains the year's biggest hit to date. This comes from the US monthly charts. So Circana has published its May 2025 US sales recap, revealing Eldenring Nightreign was the best-selling premium game of the month and the 11th best-selling game of 2025 to date. From Software's Elden Ring spin-off was the best-selling game across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So we got Elden Ring Nightreign doing selling more than anything in the month of May across PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. That's big. That's really big for that game. And then also we got Star Wars Battlefront 2 re-entered the monthly best-selling titles chart at 12th place, and it's coming from 12th and 5th on PC, and it's coming up from 135th place. It was way down here, and it's way up here now. Star Wars Battlefront. It rose recently because of May the 4th. And then Fortnite released a Star Wars season, and it blew up. And then everybody's asking for Star Wars Battlefront 3. So Star Wars Battlefront 2 is back up in 12th place. That's amazing. I don't like Star Wars Battlefront 2 that much because there's a weird card system, and I don't like cards in games that cards don't belong in. But anyway, the main point of this story is Elden Ring is the #1 selling game in May, but it's still not topping Monster Hunter Wilds, which is the best-selling game of the year. All right, you guys, moving on to story number 2. We got some chats over here. Shmizis needs the news, and the only source she trusts is Fin TV. Smart. That is smart of you, I'll tell you. Please add citations in MLA format. I'll tell you, I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of that means. Scott is asking for some Tesla or Elon Musk news. Nope. Ligma wants Gooner news. If there was some Gooner news worth saying, I would say it. But unfortunately, we are not in June anymore. And in July, I still got to come up with something for July. Ligma, cards in Battlefront 2 is just perks. Yeah, but it's like, then why not just give me a regular perk system? Why make it cards that like you can't use after a few games and you got to like buy them back? It's too, I don't like that. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 did it perfectly, and those games were on PlayStation 2 fucking 15 years ago or something. How did this one get it so fucking wrong? Monster Hunter makes sense though, as it appeals to more people than Nightreign. Yeah, yeah. And we still got Nightreign can catch up. Nightreign can catch up. What Scott is wild. Scott's on one today. Ligma in June we goon. That is my direct quote. Absolutely. All right, moving on to story number 2, you guys. We got some PlayStation Plus games that are being added. This isn't coming from anyone. This is me just gathering my info. So Cyberpunk 2077 added 2 PlayStation Plus games for PS5. It's out today. So PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalog is getting today. They got Cyberpunk 2077. They are also getting Abiotic Factor, they're getting Banishers, they're getting Bluey the video game, they're getting Planet Zoo, Risk of Rain 2, that's a good one, Tropico 6, New World Aeternum, regular PlayStation Plus Premium is getting Twisted Metal 3 and 4. Cyberpunk is awesome, everyone should play it. Absolutely awesome game, started rough but they improved it. Risk of Rain I've heard is good. I've never played it. Twisted Metal are PlayStation classics, and then season 2 of the Twisted Metal show comes out shortly, so that'll be cool. Moving on to story number 3. We're starting to plummet now. Not too much. It's actually no, this story's kind of relevant slightly. Anything in the chat here? Shmizus hated Risk of Rain. Wow, okay, that's really good to know. I love to know that. What else we got here? Shamiza says this is turning into the cult of Finn. Damn right. Cyberpunk comeback goes crazy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. With the Cyberpunk anime, Edgerunners is amazing, and they just announced Edgerunners 2. You guys hear that? They announced Edgerunners 2. That's gonna be fucking lit. Scott says Cyberpunk only got 2K viewers on Twitch. Hey, there's games with much less. Puda said my camera looks really good. Thanks, Puda. All right, what's next, you guys? We got story number 3. We got story number 3. This has to do with HBO and their new show Duster being canceled. So this is coming from Michael Hine over at comicbook.com. HBO Max cancels one of its biggest new series after just 1 season. HBO Max just canceled its new crime drama after only 1 season. The series was co-created and executive produced by LaToya Morgan and J.J. Abrams, and it languished in development for years. Not good. That's not good. Through multiple delays. That's not good. Whenever I see something that was languished in development for years and had multiple delays, that's not good. That is not good. Just saying, that's not good. After all that, the show was apparently unsuccessful for the streamer, as the cancellation comes 1 week after the season finale aired. Duster was a crime thriller set in the America Southwest in 1972, following the first ever black woman FBI agent, Nina Hayes. Well, this is unfortunate because it actually did review very well. If you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, this show did very well. There's a lot of fans of it, and the fans really want the next season, so they're hoping that someone else will pick up the show and publish it, but as of right now it is really not looking good for the Duster. Canceled after 1 week of the season finale. Crazy. That's pretty crazy. All right, you guys, moving on. We're starting to plummet now. We are absolutely starting to plummet. There's only 2 more stories left. Like I said, it's a quiet day. What we got here in the chat, Puda doesn't hate Schmeezus anymore. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy. You guys are on speaking terms for now. Scott says my show is lame as hell. It's quiet, man. Oh no, I thought you were calling my show lame. That you're calling Duster lame. I haven't seen it. I personally haven't seen it. Have you seen it, Scott? Are you telling me you've seen it? Shmina says, oh, they look like some jive turkeys, old undercover brother head ass show. Did it do as good as Snow White? I have no clue. Scott says that it looks boring. Well, my chat has a very negative consensus on the Duster, and it seems like none of them have even seen it. Good job, chat. All right, moving on. We have story number 4. Clips, thanks. Throwaway, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, that helps me a lot, actually. So next we got Mario Kart in the news, but not the new one. We got Mario Kart Tour in the news. So this is coming from Zach Zwiesen over at Kotaku. Whoops. The rarest Mario Kart is playable once more. There are many Mario Kart tracks, but one of them, Piranha Plant Pipeline, is only available in Nintendo's mobile phone game, Mario Kart Tour. However, it's only ever made playable for a limited time. This makes it arguably the rarest and hardest to play Mario Kart track in the franchise. And this rare track is available right now. I have never played Mario Kart Tour, and I'm not going to start to play this once in a lifetime rare Mario Kart track. Sorry. All right, moving on. I told you the stories are plummeting down in quality. Scott, I just know I have yeah, Scott, you have a pretty good bullshit radar. Throwaway, did anyone play that shit on mobile? Not that I know of. Scott, boring ass game. Yep, that's what I say. I'm not into mobile games, to be honest. All right, guys, last story. This one is funny. It's kind of, I think it's kind of cool, actually. We got Lord of the Rings in the news, you guys. Lord of the Rings for our final story of the day. And Throwaway's asking me how's Peak. It's really cool. I'm actually getting the hang of it. I'm playing it on mouse and keyboard because it feels better, mouse and keyboard on the keys. And I think I finally optimized it. I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna try playing it right now after this, and I think it's gonna work. All right, you guys, this is kind of a special one. We got Lord of the Rings up in the news. It's pretty crazy. It's always fun to talk about Lord of the Rings, right? So this is coming from this is coming from James Whitbrook over at Gizmodo. Lord of the Rings online players successfully get a small hobbit army lost inside of Mount Doom. For the past several years, streamer Burke Black has organized an in-game event called the Great Hobbit Run. The event sees players create low-level hobbit characters, and instead of traversing Middle-earth to gain the experience, gear, and levels necessary to traditionally triumph, they have them run, oh man, I fucked that up. Have them run those characters from Bag End in the Shire all the way to the interior of Mount Doom itself to replicate Sam and Frodo's journey in a... Oh, the audio's playing there. Where was I? It's like I have a lot here, so I keep getting lost. Mm-mm. The event sees players create low-level Hobbit characters, and instead of traversing Middle-earth characters from Bag End in the Shire all the way from the interior of Mount Doom itself, to replicate Sam and Frodo's journey in as realistic a way as possible. And it doesn't help that this guy wrote in his article. I'm like, am I supposed to read that? He wrote the word to replicate Sam and Frodo's journey in as realistic a way as possible. More experienced characters or curious onlookers spotting a veritable militia of low-level hobbits racing across Lord of the Ring Online's map are encouraged to join, if not as actual participants, as noble guardians of the Fellowship to protect these vulnerable halflings as they try to enter a high-level zone in One Piece. So basically, this guy, Burke Black, every year he organizes an in-game event called the Great Hobbit Run, in which instead of playing the game how you're supposed to, making a character, going through the world, leveling up, killing stuff, doing all sorts of adventures to save the world, instead you're replicating Sam and Frodo's journey to Mordor, and you start your game as a level 1 Hobbit, and you ignore everything. You don't level up, you do nothing, but go straight to Mount Doom. Okay, that's the one you clip. Clip that, somebody. All right, so the Great Hobbit Run returned this week to brave the road to Mordor once more and finally found success. They have success this year. Well, mostly success. Of almost 200 hobbits that left Bag End, between 40 and 50 managed to survive the over 6-hour trek to Mount Doom itself. 200 hobbits left, and only 40 or 50 managed to survive. That's devastating. And they survived the 6-hour trek to Mount Doom itself, only to get lost in its interiors as they attempted to locate the actual crack of doom. Samath Naur. I wish one of my friends was here to pronounce that correctly. Samath Naur. Deciding that they were close enough, the hobbits celebrated the technical victory by casting themselves into the fires with an emboldened promise that they will return next year. That's amazing. So they got close enough. They got lost in Mount Doom. They got close enough to the crack of doom, and they jumped into the fires with a promise that they will be back next year. You gotta love that. That's amazing. And guess what? I might actually download this game so I can participate in next year's Great Hobbit Run. That's incredible. And we're going to end the show with this little clip of the Hobbit Run. We're going to listen to the audio and everything of them making it to the crack of doom and everybody jumping into the fire. I thought it was pretty funny. Here we go. Yeah, get the audio to play. Oh, here we go. I don't need to do all that.
Juicy bit of lava. Just throwing the ring in there is going to be more than enough, and so I can kiss my butt.
They made it. They made it to the crack of doom.
That was a great speech.
Thank you.
You did.
I'm going in. I'm jumping. Yeah.
You gotta love it. That's what gaming is all about, you guys.
This is a nice juicy bit of
They
lava.
made it. Here's to that, you guys. All right, thank you for joining me here at Finn TV. Let's catch up on these chats. There's a lot of them. We got Shmiza says that I should cover the pig saving the baby goat. What? I don't know. Oh, it's a little late for that, I'd say. Throw away, that's some RuneScape type shit. And that is totally some RuneScape type shit. I'm surprised there's no Hobbit runs in RuneScape, to be honest. Scott says the Hobbit says Filthy Hobbit says. Throw away. It looks like RuneScape 3. Yeah, kind of does. Scott says that this game don't look fun. Yeah, I don't think that I grew up playing games like this, like World of Warcraft, RuneScape. So they hold a certain type of nostalgia for me. Scott says that's disappointing. No, it's an old game. It's an old game on top of that. What else we got? It's hobby. Don't know what that. Valar Morgulis. That's Game of Thrones. Throwaway expected them to have Lord of the Rings accents. That would have been cool. Scott says it's grown men role playing. All right, you guys. So that's it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Thank you for joining me here at FinTV123. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that. Ending the recording, and we're gonna play some Peak.